Hello, everyone, and welcome to, I'm not going to say another episode because really this is the first of many episodes. It's Biz Talk Africa, but special edition, The Startup Show. I'm here with my wonderful, by the way, I'm Jason Schuster, the host from BizTech, and I'm here with my wonderful co-host, Vidya Mike. How you doing, Vidi?
I'm wonderful. Looking so forward to this.
Me too. We've been talking about this for a while. We made an attempt to do this about a week ago. We had some technical difficulties, but we're here. We're making it happen, and this is, again, just the first of many. Today with us, we have Victor. How are you, Victor?
Hey, I'm doing very well, everyone. Nice to be on the show and kick off, if you say, a transformation that is about to hit Africa. Happy to be in this room today.
Absolutely.
So we've got a cool format today. So what we're going to do different, instead of spending the whole 30 minutes with Victor, we are going to be bringing on several startups in Africa, and they're going to have 2 minutes to pitch us their startup. They're going to pitch us what their idea and get everybody excited. Then after 2 minutes, we're going to have some kind of open Q&A for about 3 minutes, and then on to the next one. So it's going to be very fast-paced, keep answers high and tight, and unlike a normal biz talk, we will cut you off.
We will cut you off.
If you go over your time, we will cut you off. So, all right, there will also be a winner today. That winner is going to have an opportunity to have their very own biz talk with us, with me and Vidi, on the show, and we'll have 30 minutes for you to be able to showcase your business at a future biz talk. So very, very cool, high stakes, lots of people watching. Let's get this started. Vidi,
And
who do we have first?
So we have Uche Asgoa from Neo Versatile up first. Uche, welcome.
Thank you, everyone, Jason, Vidya, and Victor. I hope I pronounced the name very well.
You did.
Absolutely. Glad to have you, Uche. Tell us about your startup. Pitch us. Neo Versatile, 2 minutes. Go.
All right. So I'm Uche Asogwa, Neo Versatile Limited CEO, and Neo Versatile is all about providing technology service to businesses. So presently, we are more of application development, e-commerce solutions, web development, digital marketing, and training. However, we are looking to expand beyond this level to go into having a co-hub. Now, our business solely revolve around help also building other entrants into the startup space, into the entrepreneurship space, as also the need for us to have a co-hub where we can could learn, could train each other, and also could develop amongst other entrepreneurs and startup as well. So the co-hub is what we are looking to extend into. Then we also, looking to push a very first product, which is a B2B marketplace for product people who have products to sell in the African market, keying into specifically frameworks like ECOWAS Trade Liberalization Scheme, which enables anybody who produces a certain kind of product with local content of at least 70% to be able to sell within the ECOWAS region, and by extension, we'll also be looking at the African Continental Free Trade Zone, which will also be keen into with the B2B platform eventually. But right now, the goal is to build the product, kick off from Nigeria, and expand through the world, and there we'll go. So basically, in a brief, Neo Versatile is all about providing a solely B2B services, technology services, and that's just it. Mobile app development, digital marketing, web app, e-commerce solutions, because these are basically what is driving sales. And I mean, in this time of both the pandemic and everything, everybody wants to have their business online. So
Excellent.
essentially,
Excellent.
Your time is up.
Time
Thank you
is
so
up.
much, okay? That's our 2 minutes. So, all right,
All right,
so
thank you.
Q&A. Victor, Vidi, let's start us off with some questions.
Right. Uche, that sounds
Yeah.
really good. What has been your success like? How much of the market have you had, and what sort of traction have you had to date?
Okay, quite a few, but I see it as a bit of a progress because starting up just barely 2018 when we fully started up, and we do have clients on the aspect of client who needs an e-commerce solution, client who needs digital marketing, and we've been able to service them consistently. No one is thinking of leaving, and I think. Having that alone is something to count as a progress for me. Not totally that I have, gathered enough of the market, but the few that I have, I've been able to maintain them, and I think that's what I count as progress for me. While I also use them as a case study to get other new clients. So that's a bit of that. I don't know if I got your question right.
There's no right or wrong answer, but as long as you could measure your improvement and your success, that's the right
Yeah.
answer. So that's good.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. Victor, what about you? What's your question
Yes.
first?
Yeah. So Uche, can you tell me a little about who your major competitors are, and what is it one strategy they are using, or what is one strategy they are adopting that you are trying to improve upon? Basically, that's what I would want to know.
Well, there are quite a number of competitors. We have a company that actually share the same office environment with currently. They do digital marketing, they do all of this. But then what we are looking at is an ecosystem where you come in and you are not just getting the service and a one-time service. We're also keeping you and retaining you and continuously give you support over time. Not you come today, you go and all that. We go through with you. Our mantra, our process is that your success is our success. So we work with you. We don't just work for you. We work with you to get to your desired goal as an organization and all that. So there are quite a number of competition, but using this method of working with the client.
Perfect. Thank you, Uche. Really appreciate it. It was good, and thank you for your time. Let's go on to our next guest. All right, Vidi, introduce our next one.
Absolutely. Our next guest is Victoria Victor. What a cool name, Victoria. Welcome.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here, Vidi and Victor.
Concept Group, right?
Yes, Levian Concepts.
All right, excellent, excellent. Give us your pitch. 2 minutes. Let's go.
Okay, Levian Concepts is a company that is into training future entrepreneurs in several areas, from fabrication to technology, web design, robotics, palm kernel gasification, and its likes. So Levian Concepts was born to provide solutions for the teeming populace, and Clean It Stove is one of such projects. Clean It Stove was born to provide solutions for those consumers who need and wish to cook with a more economical means possible, and also respect our environment, because Clean It Stove only uses biomass fuel. And it stands out that it solves the astronomical means of cooking these days that has skyrocketed and hit the roof. Aside from that, it prevents pollution and is cheaper than other means of cooking. Now, we also, when I talked about palm kernel gasification, with palm kernel shell that is thrown away from waste to wealth. We teach our people how to turn that into the 4 byproducts that are embedded in the palm kernel shell. So basically, this is what Levian Concept is all about, taking the next generation using our local products to turn into wealth. That's what Levian Concept does.
Wow. Okay. High and tight pitch. Thank you, Victoria. All right. Viddy, what's your first question?
My first question to you, Victoria, is how did you come up with the idea of Levian Group, and why do you think now is the right time to launch this?
Okay, how did I come up with Levian Group? I studied the environment we live in. Our youth, it's a pity. Our communities are ravaged by poverty, but on our streets are lined gold. We have limited economic opportunities and a lot of idle youth, and we know idleness creates unrest and chaos, and people keep depending on hands out. So when I do my research and I look at, there could be a value chain of resources that reach into our communities, but people are not taking advantage of it. And so I said, okay, I could come up with something that will help our youth, our women mostly, into fabrication, and it's like, if I could do it, then everybody can.
Brilliant. Oh. Absolutely brilliant. I love that. And what is the response? How are you getting traction?
Okay, as I speak right now, a lot of women are interested. A lot of youths get captivated. They come to me, how did you do this? How do you do this? And I keep leading them on. I keep showing them the way, but we are somehow limited. We are somehow limited, but in the little capacity that I can function, I'm doing that perfectly well.
Excellent, excellent.
Victoria, you speak for all females. And you have my vote as well.
Excellent, excellent. Victor, how about you? What do you have for Victoria? We're running close on time though.
Yeah, very very interesting pitch, Victoria. I want to know how many customers are you serving currently? How many do you have a hold of who have used your product, and you can attest that there is.
Okay, I can attest that I have 2 hotels basically using my product now, and I have one hostel, school hostel using my product, and I have about 5. Yes, and I have about 5 women that are using my product because of the way it is. It's green energy. It takes impurities from the air and emits green energy. So at least I have those few that I have been able to sell to.
That's
brilliant.
And what?
Go ahead, Victor.
Interesting. So what's your market size? Have you found time to do some research to know what the market size for your product is in Nigeria?
Yes, as I speak, there's a lady that approached me from Abuja. She's one of these high net worth individual. I talked to her about my product, and she said, she called me up about 2 weeks ago, and she told me, Victoria, this is a time that your product has to be out there because.
Okay, Victoria, wonderful, great job. You were able to keep everything really high and tight. Very exciting product. I love what you're doing.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay.
Thank you.
Let's get our next guest on here. And guys, I know it's short. I know that 5 minutes is not much time, but it's the only way we're going to get through everybody. And let's just keep it going.
Keep it exciting.
Who do we have next?
We have Francis Uzo from WYSIHub Technology.
Excellent.
Francis, hello.
Welcome,
hello.
Francis.
Hello, good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Sure can.
All right.
So, all right, Francis, 2 minutes. Give us your pitch.
All right. My name is Francis Uzo, WYSIHub Technology Limited. In 2020, the world was hit by a deadly pandemic, the coronavirus. And it's greatly, one of the victims of this pandemic were schools. So many schools in Nigeria and indeed Africa were locked down, and students never had the opportunity to learn. Those who were learning haphazardly. And so Wheezy Hub Technology, we built a complete e-learning platform that would make sure that the sustainable development goals of the United Nations is met, that education should be easy and accessible. And one of the challenges that we discovered were inability of students to receive lectures from the comfort of their homes, errors in students' assessments because they were at home, and so many schools were still running analog schools, and lack of interactivity. And that's what the digital school solution that we built. We built a remote e-learning platform, a computer-based testing, a robust e-library platform, and automated result generation, academic games. Schools can track their finance, manage lesson notes for students, and plan their timetable automatically. They can also have live lectures or recorded lectures on the same platform and generate transcripts. They could communicate with a chat application on that same. So in summary, we've been able to build a complete online school that would solve the problem of any other pandemic that may arise. We know that most Nigerian schools are running currently offline, and then this is what we've been able to build. And so far, so good. On our platform, we have over 100 schools in Nigeria, in different states of Nigeria, in Lagos, in Port Harcourt, in Enugu, in about 5 states of Nigeria currently running on this platform. It gives the schools ease from registration to taking lectures and then to production of transcripts. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Francis. Excellent. Well done. Well done. Really cool product. Viddy,
Really cool.
What's your first question for Francis?
So my first question for you, Francis, is fabulous, right? But how do you deal with the internet and connectivity?
All right. Recently, we know that internet and connectivity is a problem in Nigeria, and we are discussing with one of the biggest telecommunications company in Nigeria, the MTN Nigeria, and we are already on the verge of signing a partnership with them that will make internet easily accessible to those using our products. We are on the stage of documentation for that.
And how happy are parents? How much times you have parents coming up to you guys and saying thank you?
I can't hear you. I didn't hear what you said.
And how happy are parents, the kids' parents, because of what you're doing?
Wow, they are very happy. The schools themselves are excited because we deploy to the schools and also individual students, and the schools are so excited. In the last 1 month, we've got over 70 schools indicating interest, and many of them have already joined. Yes.
And that is right there is your performance review. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Victor,
Thank you.
what about you? What questions do you have for Francis?
Yeah, brilliant solution. So my question is, how do you see your software or your solution connecting development in Nigeria going forward? Because we know that education is a critical element for economic development. How do you see your software matching or pointing at connecting development to Africa or Nigeria, as the case may be, going forward?
Yeah, like I said before, that education, according to the United Nations SDGs, it's one of the critical ingredients for development. And so I see this solution making education easy and accessible by all students, irrespective of their location, irrespective of a pandemic. Last year, over 40 million students in Nigeria, many of them were seated at home, not having an idea of what to do with their lives. But with this system now, they could attend school from wherever they are and do whatever they want to do, still have access to quality education. So there is no pandemic that will hinder their development. And like they say, education is power.
Right on time.
Sorry that we're out of time. Excellent job. Very
Absolutely.
cool product.
Very
Glad to
cool.
have you on here, Francis. Okay, let's get to our last guest.
Yeah.
Very
Viddy,
straight
who
to
we
the
have?
point pitch.
Let's bring on Austin Imuru from Fine Lines Publishing. Tell us more.
Excellent.
Come on, Austin. I'm very excited about this.
Yeah, good day, everyone.
Hello.
Hi.
I don't know if you can hear me. All right.
We can hear you.
We can hear you.
Yeah,
we can
good
hear you.
day,
Give us your
Vidya.
pitch, Austin. Two minutes. Give it to us.
All right. Now, Fine Lines Publishing is a publishing that is geared to make publishing more experiential and actually trust-driven. Now, we found out that one of the big challenges right now is information overload and misinformation. That is where we are right now in our generation. And Africa being a country that our success story has largely not been told to the world, we choose to ensure that publishing becomes something that everyone will resonate with. It's not, we kind of come in as a go-between TEDx, Amazon, and any other social media that is available in such a way that we make sure that people's ideas are packaged and set for the market. Now, publishing has gone beyond just packaging a book and then bringing it out there. Publishing is in what we call influential marketing as we speak. And we believe that Africa needs this more than anything else. If misinformation and information overload is causing a lot of chaos all around the world right now, we want to ensure that Africa has a soft landing in such a way that our business model, which is actually a tell to sell model that we call triple T, which is you tell, we help you to transform what you are telling, and at the same time, we help you to transmit it to people that need it. We believe everyone has a story, and if your story is properly packaged, everyone will benefit from your story. And one of the ways we actually are hoping to expound beyond just packaging story for people is actually having a way that parents can reach their children first, reach their local influence first before they can reach everyone. With this, we choose to package what we call bedtime story for everyone out there in Africa. Africa, remember, only...
Hey, Austin, I'm sorry to cut you off. That's our 2 minutes. Awesome. Really cool product. Excited to learn more. Viddy, what's your first question for Austin?
Absolutely. Austin, love this, right? Because information overload is definitely a problem. How many people do you have on like editors and publishers you have in Fine Lines? And how do you, what was your response? How many publishers you have coming through and saying, guys, help us?
Okay, at the moment we have just 4 editors, and
brilliant.
We have actually published books for over 29 authors. Their books are on Amazon. Some of the books are actually coffee table books that first in Africa, and we are also working on video books right now.
Fantastic. And what is the response like? How are you measuring your success?
I think for satisfaction from our authors, that's one. Then authors doing referral for us. People getting to see their book and they're asking, where is this from and who made this and all that. That's where we're getting our kind of measurement from.
Okay, and my final question to you is what happens next? What do you want from this session to happen that actually make Fine Lines go boom?
Yeah, we are looking forward to having a technology like Dragon. Dragon is actually a software that will allow anyone to use his or her voice to read a full story. Now, we have a couple of about 4 different author African bedtime story at the moment. We are looking forward to parents being able to send us a prototype of their voice. We then get the software to use their voice to read the entire story for their children. When they are not around, it can be played by phone, for the children to get the voice of their parents reading a bedtime story to them. So we're actually looking forward to having Dragon. We think having Dragon will actually change the entire game for Fine Lines publishers.
Excellent.
Fabulous.
Excellent. Victor, what's your first question for Austin? Victor, can you hear me?
He looks frozen. Oh,
I think we might.
Yes, I
might
can hear you. So, Mr. Austin, you have a very brilliant solution. My question is,
go ahead, Victor.
yeah, can you hear me?
yes,
I
we
can
can.
hear you.
We've just got a small delay, but I can hear.
Can you hear me? Okay, go ahead. Okay,
can hear you.
Sorry, Mr. Austin. Okay, so you have a very brilliant solution. My question is information overload. How are you connecting the dots to ensure that you filter information that you receive, and then what you pass on to your readers or your listeners or the viewers? Because that's where the major issue is. That's disconnection between the right information that is passed and then overload or disconnection, as the case is. How are you managing that process of filtering out information and ensuring that the right information gets to your audience?
Okay, I think that is what we said is a go between TEDx, Amazon, and any social media like Facebook, because you get the author to actually tell you their own story. It's from the source. So when information is from the source, it is highly diluted.
Here, just because we had a little bit of a tech delay, Austin, go ahead and finish your statement that you were saying, and then we'll
Okay,
close.
I said the information is directly from the author, so it's from the source. When information is from the source, it is straightforward and undiluted. That is one. Then two, we also hope having a community where you can actually talk to the author directly. And we have a bedtime story that the father will be the one telling the child a certain story. That story will be an authentic story, a story that the child can trust. So with this, we'll be able to build future kids who actually have basic knowledge from the very foundation, and they can trust the source of where their information is coming from.
Perfect. Thank you so much. All right, Austin, thank you for coming. Thanks for sharing your idea with us, your business. And okay, all right, we have to pick a winner, guys. And I know that this is this is going to be hard, because that means that 3 people didn't win. All 3 businesses were fantastic. Great job, everyone that was here on the show today. But we need to pick a winner. So let's discuss this. I could get us started. So I have a particular affinity for education. So my pick would actually be the e-learning platform. It sounds it's a solution that's desperately needed. And it's something that we continue to come up with at our Biz Talks, that we hear over and over and over again, that education reform is such a big thing. I believe that step into e-learning is a big part of that process. So that would be my vote. Victor, Biddy, what do you guys think?
So I believe, and I'm gonna actually do this in a normal sort of analytical manner.
Sure.
The definition of a startup is actually a company that's able to take a product from a concept, an idea, get a minimum viable product, and get it into market and start to get people interested in it. And I think WYSIHub, the educational platform, has done just that. I think all of them has done it to a point. But what they did is they saw a break in the economy right now. They saw yes, education is a deficit, but they actually were very reactive to the COVID pandemic. They work with governments, they work with the schools and stuff like that, and they got that product out. There are so many groups who have tried this and fail in developing countries, and they are doing it in Africa and have succeeded. And to actually close a deal, or potentially will close a deal with the largest telecom provider to actually deal with the impact of connectivity, I think that's huge. So for me, WYSIHub as well has demonstrated the ability to have an idea, think about it clearly, execute it, and grow it. And it has sustainability, it is stable, and it's going to grow. So I back that as well.
Excellent. Yeah, I would say that from a traction perspective, they really have done very well. Victor, I think we lost you for a second. Are you there? I see his name, but no video. Okay, there we are. Victor, can you hear me?
Oh, he's having technical difficulties.
We are. I don't.
We can't hear
see
you,
him,
unfortunately.
but no audio.
But while we're getting Victor on the go, I would also like to point out that Francis did a tremendous job with presenting the startup. In fact, I think his elevator pitch, the clarity in which he explained it, is very commendable. So there's a lot of thought and preparation that has gone into that, and I think kudos for that, Francis.
Absolutely. All right, Victor, are you there? Can you hear us? So I can't hear you though. I can't hear Victor. So it almost sounds like maybe his it might be a mic issue, not a.
So
not a
Victor,
issue.
1, 2, 3, or 4.
No, now it might be a connection issue. Okay, all right. I would also like to say though, for on that same line of
he's confirmed.
Wizzy Hub.
Wizzy Hub.
Unanimous. Excellent. So congratulations, Francis and Wizzy Hub. We will be having you guys back on to Biz Talk for your own show. You demonstrated, like Viddy said, all the elements of a startup that's going the right direction. And so we'd be excited to have you back. Plus, again, like I said, education is something that I like talking about anyway. So it all works out. Yeah. Articulate, well calculated, prepared. Francis, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Get some applause.
Thank you. I'm grateful.
Everybody, at the end of the day,
I'm grateful.
All the startups are a winner. Everyone is doing a tremendous job, and we will find an opportunity to have you back in some way on the show. We want to make sure we encourage startups. Don't give up, but you need to have traction. You need to get your pitch really clear, succinct, to the point, and be prepared, because your startup depends on you being prepared.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, sounds good. So, Francis, we're actually out of time, but we will reach out to you. Let's get something on the book. I can't wait to talk to you again soon. And
thank you so much
into what you're doing.
Our pleasure.
And Victor, thanks for being here and for helping us identify these startups. Victor, fantastic to have you as a partner here.
Absolutely.
My pleasure. Difficulties, but there we go. Yes, excellent.
Okay,
and,
one tribe, people. One tribe.
Thank you so much.
One tribe. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Everyone, looking forward to seeing you again. Take care for now. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.